Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make these gorgeous herb spiced potato bowls. I'm using a recipe from the Forks Over Knives Summer 2020 edition. It's called cilantro sauced roasted potato bowls, but I don't have any cilantro on hand, so I made a variation of it, and here it is. I've boiled 1.5 cups of water, and I've put that boiling water over 2/3 of a cup of raw unsalted cashews. I'm letting it sit for 30 minutes. I cut up some red and some gold potatoes, and I'm juicing 1 lime on top of that. I'm adding a little bit of oregano, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of chili powder, but not too much because my daughter does not like it too spicy. We're going to mix it up. I just have a couple baking sheets here with some parchment paper on, and I'm going to put those potatoes right onto these baking sheets here. And you want to make sure that whenever you're putting them on here that you have plenty of distance in between each piece of potato. If you get them too close together, instead of roasting and getting nice crispy edges, they're going to more kind of steam and they'll be a little bit softer. Here we want them to be crispy on the outside and creamy smooth on the inside, so make sure there's plenty of space in between. We're going to roast these at 425 for about 10 minutes. You can use a clove of garlic, a tablespoon of garlic. Use however much garlic that is speaking to you today, because this sauce was absolutely delicious. I added a teaspoon of the zest of the lime that I had used earlier, and then the 2/3 of the cup of the soaked cashews. I left some of the liquid in. The recipe calls for about 1/2 cup of the liquid that you use to boil and soak these in. And then you put your herbs on top of that. I used dill and parsley because that's what I had on hand. And I realized at the end of this that I forgot to put the nutritional yeast in. So make sure you add 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. After 10 minutes, I pulled out the potatoes and added the peppers. I added whole jalapeno peppers for me and some big thick slices of red and green bell peppers for Amelia. And I also gave the potatoes a turn. And then right after I shot the video, I added onions to mine as well. And you cook those for another 25 minutes. And the last step before you put it all together is to heat up the beans. You can add a little bit of vegetable broth to those beans and bring them to a simmer until they're warm. And now you're ready to just put everything together. So I just arranged everything in the bowl so it looked nice and pretty. I dumped a little bit of sauce on top, and then I went ahead and garnished with some of the dill and parsley. I also used some scallions I had left and a little bit of sunflower seeds.